When a former attorney put it all on the line to start a new business in the risky beverage industry, he certainly had his work cut out for him. Were the Sharks eager to get in on the action, and what has happened to the company since? Jim Otteson created Luma Soda in January 2017. He had been a big diet soda drinker, but Otteson noticed his beverage of choice was fairly unhealthy, so he set out to create a soda that didn't contain chemicals or sugar. Not only did Luma sodas have zero sugar, but they were also free of artificial colors, caffeine, and aspartame. At a price of $19.99, Otteson sold 12 packs of 4 flavors: cola, cherry cola, blood orange, and lemon lime. Per Palo Alto Online, Otteson said quitting his job and investing in Luma Soda was scary. However, he added, "We've gotten a lot of great feedback. People are really excited about it. I think it's a great product." Airing in 2019, Otteson headed into the Shark Tank during Season 10, looking for some help in getting his soda into major supermarkets and grocery stores. He asked the Sharks for a $500,000 investment for 20% equity in his company. At the time of his appearance, he had invested $1.75 million of his own money and had just $30,000 remaining in the bank. What's more, he only had $180,000 in sales. As he made his pitch, the Sharks began to wrinkle their brows with worried looks on their faces. Despite their concerns, Barbara Corcoran seemed interested at first, stating she would give $250,000 to Otteson and Luma Soda if beverage expert shark Rohan Oza would partner with her. In an attempt to convince Oza to invest with her, she said,
"I know less about the soda business than certainly you do, but I know a good guy when I see it.
He's a great guy.
He's rock solid."
Oza, however, was worried about the amount invested versus how much the small company had made in sales. He decided to bow out, and thus so did Corcoran. Otteson left the show without a deal. Even though he walked away from Shark Tank empty-handed, Luma Soda's founder continued to push the business agenda of his healthy soda company, but his efforts quickly proved futile. It appears that there were no changes to the product, no expansion of merchandise, and no new investors in the company. Otteson pledged to keep Luma Soda alive, regardless of any hardships he might face. He overhauled the company's Amazon store and conducted several online promotions, but it wasn't enough to keep the business afloat. He was never able to get his product into any stores, which was likely a major barrier to garnering sales. Luma Soda's Facebook account has been inactive since September 2018. One user looking for the product in 2020 asked if the company was still operating, but they never received a reply. The Luma Soda website is also defunct. Perhaps it's not surprising that Luma Soda failed to succeed in the cutthroat non-alcoholic beverage sector without financing from Shark Tank industry heavyweights. After all, the Shark Tank investors have often cited the beverage industry as among the most difficult to survive in due to overwhelming competition. Luma was up against multiple popular soda brands, including Coca-Cola, Nestle, and PepsiCo. Also, there is one competitor that may have proved problematic for Luma Soda: Poppy Sparkling Prebiotic Soda. Not only does this brand contain healthy prebiotics and apple cider vinegar, but it is sweetened with fruit juice. LinkedIn lists Jim Otteson's ending date as founder and CEO of Luma Soda as January 2019. He had been an attorney for 26 years before quitting to develop Luma Soda, and the company's final Facebook post was published 8 days before he took up the role of senior counsel at Deckard LLP, according to his Facebook profile. According to LinkedIn, he then went on to found Otteson Law. Otteson is now listed as a managing director at Major Lindsay in Africa, a recruitment company for legal professionals. As of this time, there are notably no mentions of any more business experiments from Otteson, particularly ones related to craft sodas.